I love generators. Generators have such a warm, embracing energy. It feels so uplifting to be around them. Generators are doers. They are here to do what they love. And when they are lit up by what they're doing, their energy becomes magnetic. It draws people and opportunities to them. In this video, I'm going to dive deep into what it means to be a generator type in human design. Now, if you don't know your type, you can look it up in the link that I'll drop below. This is not a self-assessment. You really need to look up your type using your birth information. And while you're down there, please like this video. And if you don't know me already, my name is Anna. I'm an experienced human design reader. And if you find value from this video, please subscribe to my channel. I strive to give high quality and empowering human design information for free. Generators make up around 37% of the population, and if you are a manifesting generator, I'm going to make a separate video for you, so please hold tight. This video is just on pure generators. Now, our type in human design speaks to how best we use our energy, and generators have a lot of life force energy. They are here to use up their energy in satisfying ways every day so they can just fall into bed feeling well spent and wake up the next day regenerated and ready to go. Generators are gifted builders. They are often here to master a thing. They can build an empire, they can build a family, they can build their own dream or someone else's dream with their committed, steadfast energy. A lot of what you see in the world around you has been built by generators, so they have a really important role in society. Here are some words that I associate with generators: builders, creatives, creators, helpers, doers, uplifters, and powerhouses. Generators have a lot of energy to work and go, go, go. But this doesn't mean that they're meant to slave away at a job that they hate or spend their whole day helping everybody who asks them for help. That can actually be very depleting for generators and just drain them of their juice. Generators, the more you can tune in to what lights you up and start saying no to what doesn't, the more energy you'll have. Saying no is a really big life lesson for generators, and I want to make the case to you for why you should say no more often. Saying no makes space for you to lean more into what excites you. And the more you're doing what excites you or lights you up or even just brings you satisfaction, the more your energy will overflow and positively impact those around you. And the more this happens, the more magnetic you'll become to what you want. So you don't waste your energy chasing after things. They'll just appear naturally in your world. I want to explain the mechanics of this magnetism because it's really connected to how generators are here to operate. At the end of the day, your human design is your operating system, and we're not all here to operate the same way. For example, generators are not meant to initiate action. Again, generators are not meant to initiate action because they don't need to. Their aura naturally draws people and opportunities to them. Every type in human design has a specific aura, and you can just think of it as somebody's energy. The generator aura is called open and enveloping. People can just feel your vitality, and again, generators have a lot of creative life force energy, and they are drawn to it as if into a warm embrace. People can also sense your availability and your capacity, which is why it's really important to start having good boundaries. If you're a generator, life is always flowing things to you, and it's up to you to learn how to say yes or no to what's coming your way, be it a person, a request, a task that requires your committed energy, a new opportunity, or just a dog on the street that wants a pet. However, your correct response, be it a yes or a no, is meant to come from your gut feeling or gut instinct and not from your thinking mind. Your gut response will tell you what you have the energy for. It's a really accurate barometer of what you are available for and also who or what is correct for you. It is essential for generators to start listening to their gut to thrive in life. Generators, you are meant for a life of deep satisfaction in work and in relationships, and you are meant to be energized by life. But it is not your mind that will lead you there. Every type in human design has a strategy, and it's meant to help you enter the correct opportunities and relationships for you. So if you're experiencing a lot of resistance in your life, in your career, or your love life especially, you might want to try following your strategy. It's one of the practical pieces of human design, which is why I love this system so much, is that it gives you an actionable strategy to improve your life. The generator strategy is to respond. This response refers to your gut response, which you can think of as your gut feeling. The generator strategy to respond really just means listening to your gut before taking action. Your gut will give you an immediate response in your body. For example, let's say somebody asks you a yes or no question, like, can you do this for me? Do you want to date that person? Do you want pizza for dinner? There will be a visceral response in your body, a simple yes, no, or not yet, to answer those questions. A yes might feel like an expansive or excited feeling in your body, or a pull towards something. It could feel like a lift in your stomach or excited butterflies in your stomach. A no could be a slight contraction or a recoil away from something. It could be a feeling of disgust or dread. It could be a drop in your stomach. A not yet could be the sound of emitting from your throat, or just a physical hesitancy in your body. The most important thing I can tell generators is that your gut response is not going to come with an explanation. The mind can talk you into or out of your immediate gut response, or it can justify it. So it doesn't help for other people to ask you to explain your decisions. When I tell generators to trust their gut, so many are like, how? The first step is to get into your body. The gut response or your gut feeling is a felt reaction in your body. So you really need to be connected to your body's subtle cues. How do you get into your body? You could try belly dancing. You could try deadlifting. Both these activities center more on your lower body, which energetically is where your gut, or the sacral center as it's called in human design, is located. Another way to connect to your gut is to have somebody ask you yes or no questions or give you options. This is the optimal way for people in your life to communicate with you, because it can trigger a gut response a lot easier than somebody asking you open-ended questions. So instead of what do you want for dinner, your partner or your friend can ask you, hey, do you want pizza or sushi? Now notice how fast your mind will want to override your immediate response, that excitement for pizza or that excitement for sushi. Excitement is a telltale sign of a gut response, signaling you, yes, go for it. Kids are really good at being excited. Think of all the noises they make when they are. Adults, on the other hand, are really good at suppressing their excitement, especially those guttural noises. As I stated in the beginning of this video, generators are not meant to initiate action. What I mean by this is that they're not meant to pursue something out of thin air. Instead, it is better for them to wait to see what crosses their path or line of sight and see what sparks their interest, and then they can totally go after the thing. For example, let's say you need a new job. By all means, go on a job listing site and scan through the options and feel into what your gut is pulling you towards. Try not to think too far ahead. Just take the next step and apply for the job that gives you that spark and not the job you think you should apply to for XYZ reason. Often generators are so unhappy because they're stuck in their heads or stuck in planning mode, whether that's their 5-year plan or writing their list of attributes that they require of their next partner. The generator's strategy to respond requires that generators get in the present moment. One of my favorite spiritual quotes is, "Miracles can only happen in the present." Get out into the world or seek stimulation online and pay attention to where your excitement or where you feel a pull towards something and follow that. This strategy to respond is really a moment-by-moment process. It also requires a lot of trust that the next step will take you in the right direction, even if you don't know where it's going to lead. And a final note on strategy: if you find yourself constantly in the wrong relationships or jobs or situations and are feeling really frustrated, try this strategy. I know it can sound overly simplistic or even irresponsible to your mind, but your strategy in human design, though it takes a minute to get a hang of, can really transform your life. Frustration is something that everybody feels, but when a generator feels it, it means a specific thing. Frustration is what's called generators' not self theme, and your not self theme in human design is a signal that you've gone off track. So if you're a generator and you're feeling a consistent amount of frustration in an area of your life, that is a sign to you or a signpost that something needs to shift. Frustration can also look like feeling stuck, feeling depleted, drained, or exhausted, feeling resentful about something you have to do. This can happen when generators say yes when they're really a no. And this often happens when generators think that they should do something instead of listening to their body's knowing. Frustration can also result from constantly trying to initiate action rather than trusting life to show up for you. Now, the way to get back on track if you're feeling frustration, and remember, frustration is a signal that you've gone off track, is to double down on your strategy, which is to respond, and also to follow something called your authority in human design, which will help you discern who or what to commit your energy to. I'm not going to really go into authority in this video, but in a nutshell, your authority in human design is your decision-making process, and generators can have one of two authorities: the sacral authority and the emotional authority. And I've made shorts on each of these authorities, and I'll drop links to that below so you can explore your decision-making process some more. And if you don't know your authority, when you look up your chart, it will tell you what it is. When generators are following their design, they should feel satisfaction. Satisfaction is what's called generator's signature. Each type in human design has a signature, and it's your signal that you're on the right track. Satisfaction can also look like contentment in the present moment or joy, having energy to tackle challenges that arise, waking up feeling energized for the day, or just feeling like you're doing what you love. Satisfaction is a telltale sign that a generator is only saying yes when they experience a full-bodied yes and saying no to what drains them, even if technically they have the energy to do it. It also means that they're waiting for a gut feeling before pursuing something. I used to tell generators to follow your bliss, but then I realized that's actually a really stressful thing to tell somebody who's dealing with tough life circumstances or constraints. So I think a better slogan for generators is to follow your satisfaction. Maybe it brings you satisfaction to organize a cluttered drawer in your home, or to do that workout that you really like after work, or to engage in a hobby or activity that has nothing to do with work or your purpose or being of service in the world. When generators prioritize their satisfaction, even in little ways, it can have a snowball effect. Not only will it ripple out to the areas of your life where you feel stuck, but it will also positively affect those around you. Prioritizing satisfaction over the shoulds is the fastest way for generators to get into alignment with the vibrant, joyful life that is their birthright. I wanted to add a brief section about work because work is so central to generators. Generators, as I said in the beginning of this video, are here to do what they love. They can really find themselves through their work. The right work will not only transform their lives, but also support their health and well-being. Being a generator does not limit what kind of career you can have. You can really do any type of work. And I also want to extend this notion of career to the job of being a parent, because that is also an essential role for generators who choose to start a family. Generators have the reproductive energy responsible for the continuation of our species. However, generators so often come to me completely burnt out from their careers and their lives. I suspect this is because generators can sometimes live their life for others. And what I mean by this is that perhaps a generator has pursued a career that they think they should instead of really following where their gut pulls them to. It can also result from overcommitting their energy at work or in the domestic sphere instead of figuring out a way to delegate tasks that really don't light them up. Even though generators are designed to burn up their energy completely in the day so that they can fall asleep and sleep well at night, that doesn't mean they can't rest. For example, my father, a generator, was a judge, and every day he'd come home from his 9 to 5 and take a nap. It's also good awareness to know that as a generator, once you commit your energy to something, it can be hard to pull out of it until it's completed. This is also something I very much observed in my generator dad. Whatever vocation your gut leads you to, know that your lit up energy alone can have such a positive effect on others. I'm going to put up some examples of generators who exude that warm magnetic energy that the generator aura is known for, and it is really just such an infectious energy. If you're watching this video and experiencing a lot of frustration in your career, before initiating change, I want to recommend trying a couple things first. One, create space in your life by letting go of things you don't actually enjoy. And this can be small. It can be letting go of that green juice you're forcing yourself to drink every morning instead of the cup of coffee that you love. 2, focus on what brings you satisfaction outside of work. This can look like hobbies, exercise, or spending time with people who uplift you. This can actually magnetize new career opportunities to show up in your world. Lastly, as a generator, your life works best when you surrender how you think it should go and instead follow where your gut is leading you moment by moment. That is how a fulfilling life will unfold. When we don't trust life, we can over-rely on our intellect to direct us. What is so amazing about generators is that they have a built-in compass that will lead them to their inner truth, to what they love and to what they value. You can start by simply asking yourself the question, what would feel satisfying for me to do in this moment? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was uplifting and informative and that it helped you understand yourself better as a generator or of your generator loved one, so we can all experience more personal fulfillment and joy in our lives.